Hello, I'm Kevin Berger. The city of St. Paul is in the midst of an urban renaissance that is based in large part on opening up access to all city resources through more effective transportation options. Katie Knutson is the city's government relations associate, and she's here to tell us more about their efforts to expand things in the city of St. Paul. Thanks for joining us, Katie.
Thanks so much for having me, Kevin.
Let's hear about the transportation initiatives that you're working on for St. Paul.
Sure. In St. Paul, we're working on putting together a package for the legislative session utilizing the 84% Coalition to really bring about some new additional funding for city streets. We found that this isn't a problem just for the city of St. Paul, just for the state of Minnesota, but really it's a national issue of city streets are not being maintained and reconstructed in a way that's keeping them strong for the infrastructure needs that we have.
So how are streets and roads funded in St. Paul and other communities?
In St. Paul, in the state of Minnesota, we are funded by a portion of a combination of the gas tax, the motor vehicle sales tax, as well as the tab fees that you pay on your vehicle yearly. That kind of gets put through a formula of which cities get 9%.
9%?
Just 9%, and really only 167 cities of over 800 cities in the state of Minnesota receive that. And that's where you get the 84%. So what we're saying with 84% is that 84% of city streets are paid for solely by property taxes and special assessments in the state.
So if we've got problems, it may be the way it's funded that's at issue.
I would argue yes. I think that as we've dug into this issue, we've seen that while there is unmet need across the state, which indicates that we do need a much bigger and stronger investment in transportation and infrastructure, the city's unmet need is the need that's growing. And so we are really kind of the bottom of that food chain, and we need some additional resources to help us stabilize our infrastructure needs and budget.
What's at stake if that doesn't come through, or if things remain as they are? What's the downside that you could worry about?
Absolutely. In St. Paul, if you drove anywhere last year, you found a pothole. Pothole became a 4-letter word at City Hall. And I think that if we don't get new funding for city streets, those potholes are only going to continue, and they're going to continue to get worse. We need to have the funding to be able to do a reconstruction of our streets and build them back up to be strong. We have without that, they'll just continue to deteriorate. The level of funding we have right now doesn't allow for maintenance, and so that's why you see this deterioration and all these potholes.
To shift a little bit, when we talk about transportation in St. Paul, a lot of focus on the Green Line and what that's doing for the city. At City Hall, what's the reaction been to the opening of the Central Corridor?
We could not be more thrilled with what's going on with the Green Line. We've just surpassed 1 million riders. Everything is hitting over projections, and the boon that's happening on University Avenue along economic development and redoing those empty car lots and the new housing and the new restaurants that are all coming in there, just revitalizing that area is really exciting for us.
One more shift in the conversation. There's one thing that you're asking people who live in St. Paul to do as we move into the autumn toward the W word.
Yes, as we move toward the W word, which leads to the S word, we're encouraging everybody to please sign up for snow emergencies. Go to stpaul.gov, sign up, and let's keep cars out of the impound lot this winter.
You don't want to tow us?
Well, I don't want to tow you. I promise we don't want to tow you.
All right, Katie Knutson, thank you so much for joining us today, telling us more about what's going on in this with initiatives in the city of St. Paul. If you want to find out more, or you can sign up for snow emergencies, here's the website. It is stpaul.gov, a good idea in advance of the you-know-what. And that's it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Berger. Thanks for watching.